anything.
Did anybody watch the Rap Radar?
Elliot?
Yeah, did y'all watch it?
Is that a question?
Did y'all listen? Sorry, because it didn't come out on YouTube.
Who was on there?
Charlamagne.
Talking about Charlamagne, yeah.
Wait,
I tried to, but the shit wasn't low. So I was like, I'm not gonna fight to watch Elliot shit.
I want to listen to it, but I didn't.
All right, I'll hit.
Yeah.
Let me.
I do want to listen to it just because of Charlamagne, but still, it was like, the link wasn't working. I was like,
I didn't know what was happening. Like, what they talking about?
what you
Nothing,
think?
bro. It was boring.
Nothing.
It was boring as
nigga.
shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was like. That's why I was hoping when y'all listened to it, you heard it.
So we can maybe
found
extract
something,
some shit from. No, nigga, no. I'm glad I didn't know what was happening because you said it was bad.
Yeah, because I mean,
Nothing
it
bad.
was just like boring. It was like
It was just regular, right?
it was so regular, and it's just like niggas hyping each other up on like mid.
Let me guess, they was talking about how
You know what I'm
important it is
saying?
to
Like-
big up black creators.
How important it is to come and interview with a nigga like Elliot because it's
Yeah.
really gonna be about the music. And it's just like,
Nigga, fuck the music.
you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I just don't want to hear this shit, bro.
It was
It's
two
just-
old niggas are grandstanding.
Yeah, two old niggas agreeing with each other, and that video is something completely different. This is some shit that Elliot was doing to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
was
yeah,
just
it's
about
not
to.
necessary, yeah.
I think I was about to bring this up. He did kind of put his name up there with Joe Budden and Charlamagne the God. I think specifically he referenced like the little Spider-Man meme where like niggas, the three niggas pointing at each other.
That was part of the tweet that he put out. That was him hyping it up. I don't know, man.
Fucking yawn thinking about this shit.
Right, bro. It's
That's what I'm
like
saying. Shit. Nigga, you gripped the mic.
You're right.
But, I mean,
Whoa.
I don't. That's what he did. I don't know about
Pause.
Elliot though. Like, it's.
Elliot's way of promo is just fucking lame to me. So it's just like
I wish. Why isn't their conversation good?
because it's everything that we heard. It's like the last
Just
good
nothing
Charlamagne interview is with Big Sloth. Because Big Sloth actually asked him a variety of questions that weren't just like these are all softball questions. These are all like
The Big Sloth is a
typical
general.
things. Like it's just now it's just and then it was just like of course there's moments where like I just look out for any time Charlamagne got something crazy to say about like YouTube creators, but now it's like all respect all of a sudden. Like, you know, like now it's always about, you know, for these people, and even Elliot put up, y'all were putting stuff on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just funny how like a nigga was on a rampage for a little minute, just kind of going crazy on YouTube shit. But now it's it's a good platform.
Yeah,
you
now
know?
it's real holistic and shit.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's a good place to be at. All of a sudden,
Yeah, because on paper they could have had a crazy conversation about like where media is, and especially everything that they've gone through.
Bro, that interview sucked, bro. It was fucking boring, and thank God it was only an hour, and it really wasn't. It
was only an hour.
It said
56 minutes.
probably less than
something
that
crazy.
because there was like those like disgusting ass like pop-in ads.
Yeah.
And then there was, oh man, I remember what I wanted to vent about. Oh man, I hate the Rap Radar podcast sometimes, man. The fake conversation that him and B-Dot had before the interview actually started, I'm like, this is so cringy, bro. This is the same shit that like Tyler the Creator had called out. You remember? He was like,
Yeah.
it was just like that, but
I'm being a
but there was
journalist.
nobody there to interrupt it. So it was like, I'm literally listening for like 6 minutes of them just have this strange conversation
Strange.
It's like a live
because
teleprompter.
it's like it's a conversation where it doesn't feel like these people are even friends.
Or
It's
like
just,
they've
they're
all-
talking to each other like this is how I think this is how friends talk to each other.
Yeah.
that shit sucked. It was weird, bro. It's just like
Oh.
I don't know what I was listening to. And then
I wonder what they go home and do.
then those automatic pop-ins came in. You know, the ones that it's like
It's like
it's not them
egregious.
reading, it's
Yeah.
the computer putting that shit in.
They didn't even wait for a nigga to finish his sentence before they cut the podcast off.
No, theirs were done very well. I will say that.
They
though.
were?
None of all of them were exactly where they wanted them to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
Big Sloth shit cuts him off mid-word. It's terrible.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Like
In the middle of a long ass word too,
yeah,
which makes
yeah,
it like
yeah. So
yeah.
that shit was just like it was just boring, bro. So like outside of that 6 minutes, we're down to an hour. Commercial breaks were like 2.5, 3 minutes. It was like 52 minutes. It wasn't a long interview
Shit
either.
sound lackluster.
And thank God, because it was just like we've heard everything, every conversation you heard, you could telegraph his whole answer. So y'all know Charlamagne enough to know you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
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 So, y'all know Charlamagne enough to know you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
If somebody printed out all the questions on a piece of paper, you can answer them to 98% accuracy. You know what
Like
I'm
the
saying?
God would.
Yeah, like the God would. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I
Legit.
probably know the questions Elliot asked.
Oh, there was a good part that I pulled out of there. That some information. One of them was Charlamagne did say that there's an expiration date on him being in front of the camera. He has a number. He didn't say what the number was.
We've talked about this.
Yes, he did have a number. He doesn't know what the number. He didn't say. It's obvious he knows the number, but he was not saying it. He was like, because they were like, "When do you feel like you made it, or when do you feel like you're gonna be done?" And he was like, "I have a number, because I like to play the." He's like, he's ready to step into the executive behind the scenes thing. So we have a number. He's at 25 years. He said in radio right now. Maybe the number's 30. Because I don't see the number being.
I feel like it's less than that.
You feel like it's yes and that. It's like 27
Just
years.
based off
like
of how, like, just we've talked about it. We've had 30 episodes of talking about this shit. We all realize that there's a difference between what was over there and what was in the past.
Yeah.
And it's not just the jokes or him calling bitches.
Yeah.
It's just the motivation overall. Because
Yeah.
you could, even with his newfound philosophy of like, I love black women, you can still be entertaining and funny as shit.
Yeah,
I think
but-
his hunger to be the nigga that's shooting is just gone.
Yeah, it's completely gone. Yeah.
Takes a
I
lot
don't-
more effort to shoot.
And then I don't know how much faith I have in his creative eye either. You know what I'm saying? In terms of making good product. Like, I do know that book thing that he's got with Kevin Hart. That shit is fire.
The book imprint.
The book imprint thing that he's got with Kevin Hart, like those books and shit like that. I think all that is working completely good for him. I'm talking about in terms of content that like hip hop would digest. This is what I'm talking about.
Him
like,
making content.
or,
I mean, his eye
or
is
being
probably
behind-
better than his voice. I mean, if you look at like the Black Effect just catalog,
Yeah.
like who they have under their belt, like nigga, it's just like a bunch of just solid podcasts. Like
It's not all a bunch of solid podcasts.
it's a bunch of solid podcasts.
Is it a little top heavy?
It's a bunch of podcasts that have already been established that did it without any sort of Black Effect cosign.
Solid
And then it's a bunch of
podcasts.
podcasts that don't drop anything regularly at all. They just like kind of got a podcast deal, it seems like.
Yeah.
Like,
what's the podcast that he grew? You
None.
get what I'm
There's
saying?
none on that
The
network.
podcast, like the draft pick he drafted and became an all-star.
None. There's none. There's none.
Big Sloth was supposed to be there, but he, turned out to be a bust.
A fraud.
Shows.
creators.
They got a really inclusive website.
Oh, you might have to hit shows and then scroll down.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
Oh, no. It's
There we
search.
go.
Ooh. A lot of proud black faces.
It's creators. I got to go back to shows. My fault.
Oh, that's creators. Okay.
Yeah.
The Angela Yee?
Angela Yee is telling you,
we
bro,
go.
it's a bunch of fucking
85 South established. Up with Smoke.
All the smoke is
All
on that
Smoke.
And you
still.
gotta
Forgot
All the
about
understand-
that.
Smoke. Did
And-
that start
and you-
on there? They already had that.
They already had it. They had
They
to
already
deal
had
with
it.
Showtime
They already
or
had it.
something.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought. Okay.
They already had it.
Checking in big facts. Carefully.
Earn
Drink
Leisure.
Champs is up there. Earn Your Leisure. I've heard good things about them brothers. They
You know
got a
what I
hell
mean?
of a week.
It's a bunch of solid
This one
shit.
feels like it started up there.
Who is that? She looks so familiar.
That's one of his healing people,
She could be
Debbie
anybody.
Brown or whatever.
He does talk about her a lot.
Yeah, he talks about her a lot.
He supplies him his organites.
Never mind. She looks like this other chick, Shan the Bod. She kind of looked like her.
Oh, the legend himself.
It's
Big
up there.
Sloth.
Yeah.
Big sloth in the streets.
Is that Gangster Chronicles? What's his name? Glasses Malone podcast.
No, it's either Glass and Malone or it's like Scarface. I think Scarface got a podcast on this.
Scarface does have a
Mother
podcast on
sucker.
this shit.
I didn't
He
even know
does,
Michael
right?
Blackson had a.
R&B and Money is Tank. But then I clicked through a lot of these back when I was first looking at it. And a lot of them, we got like weird episodes like, oh yeah, The Breakfast Club. If that's on there, then that's already the Chico. That's doing everything that you need. You don't even need the
Horrible
other
decisions.
podcasts.
Like it's a couple solid, you know what I'm saying?
All the solid ones were already battle tested before this got here.
That's true.
Well,
They
shit,
kinda
the
like
nigga not a chaperone. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
shit, you know.
No, he's not a
he's
chaperone.
an executive. Like
He's not
God-
a chaperone, but I'm saying his eye for making talent or something like that.
Like curating new talent.
Curating new talent or things for our audience. I think he's good at creating things for other audiences. I don't think I'm in his or we're in his audience as much anymore with his new shift.
Yeah, what is it? His
yeah.
new demographic?
His new demographic.
Yeah.
I'll still turn
We're
into
not
the-
in that at all.
Right,
But so
that's
I
true.
don't think so if his new demographic
This nigga
I think he
got
might
eight-
make good content for that new demographic. But I wonder if he's still going to be him stepping back into the executive position means he's still going to be trying to push this demographic
over here on this side.
as well and creating shows over there.
like-
Because if that
feel
was the
like-
big sloth thing, that's
That didn't go.
trash.
That
You know what I'm
ain't
saying? So it's like,
Well, I do hope
well, the
that
big sloth thing kind of shows that he's still trying to make it on both sides. So
Yeah.
But who knows though? Who knows?
I do hope that before he steps out, he at least gets 1 year of like, fuck the PC shit.
Let me
You know what I'm saying?
burn
Let me-
everything
yeah.
down on the way out. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a good way to roll into the sunset, nigga.
Hell,
That's not a good way to roll into executive position, though.
no, not
Because
like
that-
burn
that-
it down.
that-
but
it's a
like,
chairman position.
Not burn it
Not
down,
I know
but
what you
you know,
mean,
just
but
light
like-
that shit on fire.
Because
Put it
Charlamagne,
out
but
there.
that's
no
the
matter
thing.
what, Charlamagne is the stock. So it's like everything that he does kind of dictates where the company is heading. So if he's saying some dumb shit, you feel me? If he just wants to go out and on some blazing saddle shit,
Yeah.
you know, blazing glory, it's just not going to be good for the business.
It depends on what
Yeah, I
the blaze
don't
look
s-
like. Like if he's no longer holding back his opinion on like certain people,
It's going to mess it up because
He said he
he's
didn't
been
even-
on this streak
Yeah.
of, you know, good spirits
And
and,
he said
organites.
that's just definitely not
Sweet
him
huggy.
because he said he was only doing that because he was angry. That was before he started his healing journey.
doing what
So I'm-
because he was angry, calling people out.
Yeah.
Like just
Okay.
doing a
Or just having
finding
spicy.
these ass.
That was his childhood trauma,
Yeah. Speaking to us.
reopposing himself.
Or a good
So
excuse.
yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, pretty much. Because it's like, but that'd be crazy if like literally your healed, your broken version is the only version that got
Was like
that got good content.
The best part of you, nigga.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That-
like
that would be a little-
And like the heal version is like you literally like when a nigga goes sober. You know what I'm saying? He used to pop acid and ecstasy to record every album, and then
Chance the rapper.
once he
Yeah.
Chance needs a couple tabs bad.
It's just a lot of
Actually, I take that back because I did hear
He-
that
he
one.
had
That
that,
shit was
yeah.
crazy.
He had a
Whatever
couple
he
joints,
dropped last
yeah.
time, that shit would look crazy. Yeah, so.
That ain't good.
But yeah, you know, that pretty much. So that'd be
Some
interesting.
ayahuasca.
It
That's
just
like-
depends because being the face doesn't mean that the crowd is gonna love you. Like even The Rock was just on Joe Rogan talking about that shit. He was like, when
Yeah, I
I was
saw
the
clips
face
of
in the
that.
WWE, it kind of like they was looking around at each other like, what do we do wrong? Because people are not liking him. They're starting to cheer on the heel, the bad guy.
Yeah. Because he's been winning for too long.
Because it's something about
Yeah.
that shit. I think that's probably what we experiencing now. We don't want to see no babyface shit.
What you
I
mean?
don't think it has nothing to do with he's been winning for too long, though, especially because I was on
No,
the
not that aspect, but just the
Oh.
fact that he went from heel to babyface.
heel to babyface.
It's a term in like wrestling to where it's like,
Oh,
yeah.
got you. Okay. Oh, I got you. Okay. I was like, what, nigga? I'm like, what the fuck the heel got to do with
It
this?
just sound like alchemy, nigga.
Yeah, I was
Talking
like,
about crystal
I
shit.
thought the nigga was two-stepping or some shit. I said, what?
That nigga was speaking that different language.
Yeah, bro, I didn't know. So, what else did I pull from that? Did I pull anything else?
What are we talking about?
It's slow.
Elliot.
How did you feel about Charlamagne on the Daily Show?
I didn't get to watch any of it.
I saw a little bit of it.
How did it
I
look?
didn't get to see it.
This shit was just like, it was a lot better than his
show.
own personal late night shit for some
Yeah.
reason. But it's probably just because the system and the infrastructure that they have set
That's
up
what
in
he
that
said
shit.
it was. He said it was because of that.
You get, it's a system. You come in and you kind of just add what you do to that.
Literally, it's no pressure.
He
It's still a
did
little
say,
sassy though. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
It's a little
he did
sassy.
say that he had dreams of late night, and it keeps calling him back. Late night keeps calling him back. That's what he said
Yeah.
Where
he
you say
did.
that at?
in that interview.
Brilliant
Oh,
Idiots.
shit.
Oh, I thought he said that in Brilliant Idiots.
Well, he might have, but I'm talking about the
Something
Elliot, the
like-
Might
rap,
have said
the
it
rap.
everywhere, nigga. Fuck
Late
The
night
rap
keeps
radar
calling
thing.
him back. I wonder what it is about. I think that might be like some because he about 47.
Yep, it's his
That
age.
might be his
He's
age.
45, I think.
Cause you
So,
like
yeah.
growing up in his
much,
era,
though.
that was probably like
He
the
52,
pinnacle of being a broadcast.
Yeah, literally.
It was, and it's like, I think he knows his. He did say he had a couple awards on some of the shit, stuff like that. But whatever, who knows? He said he keeps
He
calling
said,
him
"Fuck
back.
your trophy." God damn, AJ.
It was whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just remember all the things that like I listened to the whole thing, but I'm just really those are the two main things that I remember
Stuck
that were
out.
a valuable topic conversation was
From what again?
from the rap
What are we talking about?
rap radar.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that
Charlamagne.
shit.
Elliot Wilson
Yeah.
B. Dot Charlamagne interview. It was he does have a time on when he's going to retire, and
Retired quotations.
or step
Yeah,
back,
you know,
from the
yeah,
front of the
How
camera.
Charlamagne be.
How do you think
Oh,
that'll
another
make you feel?
I don't give a fuck. And another thing that he did talk about was this was also interesting. Last one. Okay, I remember. Y'all did all right. I remember. It took a while. Actually, I'll give B-Dot credit because all these things that I'm bringing up are questions fueled off of B-Dot's answers that he had fueled off of B-Dot's question. Elliot, you was fucking slacking. He said that the Breakfast Club, he's always seen it as a place that continued on even after the initial 3 hosts. That's what he said. And they were asking.
B-Dot said that?
No. Charlamagne said that.
Okay.
And then he also, because one of them asked, I think it was B-Dot, was like, we've seen you've had or been in controversy. If something were to happen with Envy, do you continue along with the Breakfast Club? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. I think it's only right.
To keep going without
to keep going without Envy if Envy were to have to leave for some reason.
for some reason.
For scamming. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah.
Real estate, nigga.
Yeah, so he was pretty much saying that he sees that the Breakfast Club, he doesn't see it attached to those 3 hosts. He sees it as something that can be ongoing.
Like the Daily Show.
Exactly.
You can just plug people into the spot.
No, nigga, like the Justice League. Like, nigga, that's what he's saying. That shit like.
But I don't know if I agree with that. Just because
I don't agree at all.
Because like we've seen just the last year of them rotating hosts. I'm like, this shit is it just hasn't been the same.
It might work out if they get good enough people. That's all it might take.
Like a good enough
cast.
He'd be so let's say Envy's gone. He's gonna hold it down. He would be developing or culturing in the next lineup.
Exactly. And I think that's what he's maybe trying to do. Because maybe when he steps into executive role, he has still some ownership of Breakfast Club and keep that going.
Because we did talk about it. We did have that conversation.
Like
is he going to keep
2 weeks ago? Yeah.
Is he going to keep it going? I didn't think he had a reason to, but
for sure.
He said he's definitely going to do it. So
the reason is the Breakfast Club. Nigga,
yeah, the reason is because it's the club. Actually, I never heard anybody say it. Like I've never even heard him say it, but he was like, "It's the club." I was like,
that sounds like a rebrand.
That sounds.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Or Illuminati. But anyway,
I never heard
maybe both.
Little razzle dazzle.
Yeah,
sound like Diddy World.
Yeah. So that was the first time I had ever heard of it, and I was like, maybe if they just switch it to the club.
Oh no, that shit gonna go to shit. It's not like 106 in Park.
They got to keep
to
the
where
name.
Terrence J can leave, and you just put somebody else's young black with a Caesar in. It's not gonna work.
Well,
they don't have it's not a system at the Breakfast Club.
It's
We
funny
tune
to hear
in
you
for
say
them.
Terrence J when Free and AJ. But anyway, continue.
What?
He did, but they did
a good job.
They did switch it out. They kept it going.
They kept it going. That's what.
Yeah, that is true. It worked like 2 or 3 times. I think it was like 2 for sure, maybe 3. Because I think Bow Wow even came back for
Bow Wow was
Bow
hosting
was
that shit.
Yeah, so they had like
Bow Wow
with his
was like
long
the third
resume and
nigga.
job.
yeah, they had like 3 long-term iterations of that, and they
and
all
the bitches
worked.
too.
But it's because we tune in for the show. The
Yeah.
show
The show,
itself.
exactly,
They're gonna do an interview. They're gonna break a music video. You can not anybody could do that, but that's a rotatable seat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could. We was tuning into the Breakfast Club for Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy.
right.
Yeah.
Who like nobody can come in and just do Donkey of the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, and it's like
They got to create a new segment. So he got to stay long enough to curate the people, like you said.
It's gonna be a new show.
I think they should just get rid of it when they done. I think we gotta retire shit.
that'd be interesting to see if it's not. It might not be their choice though.
Yeah, nigga, it's iHeart's choice.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
the Breakfast Club is literally always gonna be going.
But even
so
when-
it's almost advantageous if he like cultivates whatever he
tries to
wants,
cultivate.
because then whatever is
at least
like,
you know it won't be trash.
whatever it is when he leaves, it's kind of like him. You feel
But
me?
at the same time,
it's like his last
he'll
mark.
still have influence because it's not like his relationship with iHeart is going anywhere anytime soon. He's still got Black Effect, so he won't have direct involvement. But I'm sure whoever is running it, he'll be able to. His suggestion weighs the most. You know what I'm saying?
Factual.
Like,
He still has a powerful voice.
and
there.
we're still in this. We still come to the same office building, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. So.
It's the same shit. But yeah, nah.
But now I'm interested in seeing. I mean, this might be a long time. So I'm thinking 5 max. If he's 45 years old, I'm thinking 5 years max.
for what?
Till he's retired.
Till he's retired from in front of the camera.
Till he hangs that
Because
jersey.
he did say I have a certain amount of time. That's 25 years. He's 45, 30-year career. That's normally when you get your pension and shit.
50.
I about to say maybe.
No,
like,
it's normally like it's either 50. It's not even the age; it's the amount of years you put
The
in.
amount of
It's,
years you talking
it's
about.
normally
Oh,
like
you talking
it's
about
normally
the
like
film,
30
yeah.
years at a job.
And what about the Radio Hall of Fame? Is there a certain?
They're already in
is
there.
there a certain amount of seasons? Oh,
They're,
he's already.
they're already in
Okay.
there. The whole Breakfast Club is. So that's
Yeah,
done,
they
that's
are.
done already.
Sound like they peaked. Shit.
Yeah,
You already
so-
made the Hall of Fame, nigga.
Yeah. So
What more was
so-
there to do?
Yeah. So I give him another 5, and then he does the just straight executive thing.
Sounds feasible.
I'd say
Yeah.
10, maybe 15.
Damn.
What shit?
Yeah,
More years of what?
Brilliant
In front of
idiots,
the
maybe.
camera.
talking shit for sure.
Yeah, because when he said in front of the camera, I think they were really talking about the Breakfast Club. I don't think
How
they
old
were,
is he?
45. I don't think they were talking about brilliant idiots.
Too young.
Right.
The way
He's gonna be talking shit at least. Like I could see it. I could see him being healthy enough at 65. But
took-
realistically, it might be like around 55, 56. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's a little bit too old. You feel me?
But it's also about his desire. It's not even just his capability.
and it's all
Yeah.
based on around like nigga if his chess pieces are in the right spot. Like if he's at the spot where he's kind of like just the boss of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And he's just bossing around like, who's ever hosting this shit.
I don't know, man. The way he was talking in that shit, he was like, shit, I got a number. I'm really ready to get behind this executive counter. Like, that's what he was talking with that energy for real. So I don't know. I think it's 5 or less for sure. Ain't no way there's another decade in him. I don't think so. Not by the way it sounded in his voice. It sounded like
Sound like he was ready to hug a tree right
it sound
then.
like 5 to be corporate, but if the plays that I have in motion fall in line in the
Yeah.
next year or two, I might just dip up out of here in the next 2 years. Type shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like if this deal closes, like
if he get arrested.
Yeah.
you know what? Let me just go. But he did say that if something happens with Envy, he's definitely staying. But it's an interview, you know.
And that could change.
It hasn't happened. You
Facts.
know, it's just whatever.
He's not faced with a real decision yet.
right.
Yeah.
This shit is intangible yet.
Yeah.
He did say that he did say that the documentary was supposed to come out already, which I thought was strange.
Documentary about what? Just the Breakfast Club?
Breakfast Club. Yeah.
really?
But I was
I
like,
watched it.
because
Fuck
he
they
said
get
I was surprised when it didn't come out, and I'm like, the fuck, it was gonna come out already? You know, that seems like
Yeah.
it didn't even end really yet. You
Didn't
know,
seem like they marketed that shit.
yeah, and
At
I
all.
did. It did
At all.
He seemed like he was upset it didn't come out, and I'm like, were y'all notifying us that something was supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, but maybe he was just talking. That was
Maybe some
a
writer
behind
strike
the
shit.
scene, a behind the scenes conversation that just kind of spilled out.
It might have been coming out, but with the DEA coming in and taking
Yeah,
shit,
so now it's
it
just
might be confiscated.
Yeah, they might be using
Or
this
it might
as
be
evidence.
added, or they might be added to the documentary now.
Well, he
Oh,
did.
you
He
mean
did.
evidence,
He
nigga?
did. He did say there's definitely more shit to add now. It's about to get
Oh,
good.
for sure.
So, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, no, that shit can't come out until this case is over. At least, bare
It
minimum.
can't. Bare
can't.
minimum.
Bare
Yeah.
minimum.
Bare minimum.
Oh,
Rashad.
envy.
Casey.
That's his last name, or was that his real? Rashad Casey?
Yeah, Casey.
That's not a Puerto Rican man name at all.
Nope.
Rashad Casey. Jesus, God.
Let's see.
Sound like a different nigga.
Yeah. On paper, and then Rashad shows up.
Burning through
Nigga,
these
yeah.
last couple ones.
expecting a nigga to look like AJ, kind of.
Fuck is this?
Rashad.